today? I hope today is a great day for you. If you're new here, I'm Dawn from Just Doing My Best. I'm 55 and we're going to put on some makeup today. More specifically, we're going to put on makeup and I'm going to show you two huge things to help you blend out your makeup to make it look amazing. I feel like the older we get, I feel like if you're like me, like I said, I'm 55 and you think, oh, okay, I watched this video and I bought that foundation. Oh, okay, I watched this video and I bought that concealer, but it still doesn't look like that. Sometimes I need it broken down for me. And if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook at Just Doing My Best, or if you've been here before, you know I'm trying really hard to make some shorter videos just to make things simpler. So I'm going to give you two huge tips about blending your makeup so that your mature makeup looks fantastic, looks the best that it can be with our constantly aging, constantly changing skin. So the first thing that I'm going to share with you is going to be about using your makeup brushes. I'm going to apply color corrector and I'm using this brush here. In terms of brushes and blending, I'm going to concentrate primarily on color corrector and concealer and then foundation. So let me apply my color corrector. Whether you are applying concealer or color corrector, it doesn't make a difference which one in this case. The biggest thing I want you to know about this is I want to make sure that you are tapping these cream products in place, not swiping. If you're swiping, you're just going over the surface, especially since we have wrinkles, crow's feet, all of that. You want to use this brush to tap those cream or liquid products in place to get them exactly where you want them. This is the brush I'm going to use for my foundation. Again, I will link it down in the description below. Same thing, I'm just tapping it in place. If you've been here before or you've watched any of my videos on Facebook or Instagram, you know that, first of all, I have my eyebrows on already. I do that before foundation, and also I do not apply foundation underneath my eyes. I don't want to stack too many products on top of each other. So since I've put color corrector there and I'm going to put concealer underneath my eyes, I don't apply foundation there. But again, I'm just tapping this foundation in place so that I can be very, very intentional. That's what the tapping will do. It just blends everything so much more seamlessly. And it just makes it so much more intentional. Here's where the star of the show comes in, and it's a beauty blender. And I want to be honest with you, it took me a long time to get on board with the beauty blender because I just thought I didn't need one more thing. But once I really just dove into beauty blender, I figured out for me and my aging skin, for my mature skin, for my ever-changing mature skin. Once I really dove in and I found a few things to make it work for me, oh my gosh, fantastic. You've seen everything that I have done. All I have is color corrector and foundation. Take a beauty blender. I will give you a link down in the description below of a set of like 6 or 7 of these, okay? I wash these out. You could take just about any foaming wash that you wanted to wash these out, but I will also link my favorite brush cleaner. I use it on my beauty blender. Also, you want to wash this regularly, otherwise it gets a little funky. And then I bought a beauty blender jail. It's like a little jail cell that you put your beauty blender in, and it just can keep it from getting dirty in your makeup bag, but also keeps it so that it can air out. I run this under water, wring out as much water as I possibly can. Then I get a paper towel and just wrap it and squeeze, 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 squeeze to get, I mean, you could see how damp this is, to get as much water out of this as you possibly can. This is the first time in this process I'm going to use this beauty blender. It will not be the last. When you use a damp beauty blender, here is the secret. Are you ready? First of all, damp. Second of all, what you want to do is just bounce it off of your skin. If you just bounce it off of your skin, what that will do is, first of all, it's blending the foundation into my color corrector and vice versa. But the other thing that it's going to do is, just as a damp beauty blender, it's just going to pick up. Maybe if I got a little heavy-handed with foundation, if I got a little heavy-handed with color corrector, if in a minute when I apply concealer and I feel like I got a little heavy-handed, not only will it seamlessly blend everything, but it will pick up. Probably can't see this, but I can see some of my foundation on the beauty blender. This was clean when I started, and all this is doing is blending everything together seamlessly, my cream and liquid products, but it's also picking up any excess, which can then sit on the skin and then crease and then cake or get splotchy. Do you know what I mean? So it's just going to blend, but also pick up any excess. And now it's on here instead of on my face. That's the second time that I'm using the beauty blender during this makeup process. I spray my skin halfway through my makeup process with a setting spray, take my beauty blender, and then just kind of get it all to just lay down, especially if you've got hairs on your face. It'll get that to just lay down, and again, helps to just blend and smooth everything out. That step, oh my gosh, one of my new favorites. Now I'm applying concealer. I wiped off all the color corrector off of the brush. I'm going to use the same brush I used for color corrector. I'm going to use for concealer, and same tapping and blending up. Makes such a huge difference to tap that concealer into place versus swiping. Makes a huge difference with our mature skin and the wrinkles. Now, this next step, you can do this, not do this, see what works for you. I have really oily skin, so my skin is more prone to the products underneath my eyes separating, not lasting all day. So now you could do one of two things or not do either one of them, whatever you'd like to do. You could take your damp beauty blender and you could bounce that off of the area in and around your eyes to kind of pick up any excess, or this is what I do. I take my setting spray on my already damp beauty blender, and now it has setting spray on it. So now I'm going to go through there again and just bounce that off around underneath the eyes. Again, it's picking up the excess. It's blending everything seamlessly, and the extra setting spray on the beauty blender. Did you see me tapping in that cream blush? Same concept. Tapping in those liquid and cream products will make that blending process so much better. And then the damp beauty blender bouncing that off of your skin to aid in the blending, but also to pick up any excess makeup. I want to know what you think. Leave me a comment. Let me know. I will link everything that I used down in the description below. It would mean the world to me if you subscribe to my channel. I can't wait to see you in the next video.